Yeah, you're driving me crazy. What did I do? Did I do? Oh, my tears for you. Hey, everything hazy, clouding the sky. Oh, blue. Oh, how to friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me that knew, but you kind who would hurt me, desert me. Oh, needing you. Oh, you. You're driving me crazy. What did I do to you? Yeah, you're driving me crazy. What did I do? What did I do? My tears for you. Make everything hazy, cloud in the skies. Of blue. Oh, how true. But the friends who were near me to cheer me, they knew, but you wouldn't hurt me, desert me, needing you. Oh, you. Yo, driving me crazy. What did I do to you? What you gonna do?
This is a history. 64 or so. It says the Bactrians went to the war wearing headdress like Median, armed with bows of cane, after the custom of their country, and with short spears. Sakai, the Siths, wore clouded trousers, and on the head tall, stiff caps rising to a point. They bore the bow of their country and the dagger, besides which they carried the battle axe, or sagaris. They were in truth Marian Scythians, but the Persians called them the Sakai. Since that is his name, they give to all Scythians. The Bactrians and the Sakai had a leader. But you start Herodotus, where they were. And I thought, well, I don't need that light on. How do I turn it off? There we go. Yeah. But then I thought I could start with the dramatic edit. Or Odin, or Thrace, I don't know. But you go to book like 40. What is that? Oh, the Diodorus. But let me see. It wasn't that one. It was it was Strabo. It was a book like 3 or something. Book 3, 2:13. Of these facts. This is leading to the travels of Ennius. Notwithstanding their better proofs, said, but not far from Casline in the mountain. And the importance of this is like trifold. This goes to show that those that talk about Copernicus, that there's been a school. I ain't saying what's right or wrong, but even at the time, and even Strabo and what I just had, Herodotus, and what was the other one? Diodorus. This was. Oh yeah, there's one there. We're going to go to book 40 there at the end. But this is a discussion, and Eratosthenes likewise tells us that the country near the Calp was called Tartessus. And also Erythia and Fortunate Island. This Artemidorus contradicts Artemidorus and says it is as false as his other statements that the sacred promontory is distant from Gades, 5-day sail, when in fact they are distant from each other, not more than 700 stadia. Likewise, the tide ceased at this point, whereas it passes round whole circuit of the habitable earth. Strabo 3:213. Is easier to pass in certain parts the northern parts of Iberia into Celtica, and to proceed thither by sea, with many other things which he asserted on faith of that charlatan Pythias. But this goes on to talk about Homer and the travels of Aeneas and this and that. And not yet, but it goes on to say of these facts, there's no dispute coming from Strabo of certain things. It is understood. There was better proofs. Tales of Hercules and Phoenicians to this country were evidence to him of the wealth and luxury of the people, and they fell entirely under the dominion of the Phoenicians at the present day. And pertaining to the story of Ulysses. But anyway, that's Strabo. That's not what I was talking about anyway. But it was. And, let me grab it. This is Diodorus Sisyphus 1-2, about set forth with Danis likewise from Egypt, and settled the oldest Greece city, Argos. Can't find book 2. Oh, book 2. This is book 2 of that one. Well, it was aliens. Were driven from our country, and they most outstanding and active among them banded together. They were cast ashore into Greece and certain other regions. They're leaders of notable men, Danis and Cadmus. That's where that started, but it was book 2. Book 40. 50 minus 10, right? Now that we were about to record the war against the Jews, we consider it appropriate to give first a summary account of the establishment of the nation from its origins and of the practices observed among them. When in ancient times a pestilence arose in Egypt, the common people ascribed their troubles to times the workings of a divine agency, for indeed with many strangers of all sorts dwelling in their midst and practicing different rites of religion, sacrifices, and their own traditional observances in honor of their gods had fallen into disuse, Hence, the natives of the land surmised that unless they removed the foreigners, their troubles would never be resolved. At once, therefore, the aliens were driven from the country. And the most outstanding and active among them banded together and, as some say, were cast ashore in Greece and certain other regions. Their leaders were notable men, chief among them being Dennis and Cadmus. The greater number were driven into what is now called Judea, which is not far distant from Egypt, and was at the time utterly inhabited. The colonial was headed by a man named Moses. Outstanding. But the thing about it, see, we're not here to talk about, even Diodorus and certain and Eratosthenes and Strabo, they disagree on some points. This is written history, as well as Herodotus. I'll put him up. Sargon. So, even before going to Josephus' book 11 and 12, would tell you about the letters written later, and again in apocryphal writings, even in the Maccabees, of the people of, you can, and with Danis, moving to Greece, Danis, that's the other literature. Then, what else is said? That letter is interesting to King Arius. The letter is 4 square. The seal is an eagle with a dragon in its claws. The eagle was one sign on the letter. And then in book 1, it says, born a daughter, Dardanus, the son of Zeus, married, and when Dardanus succeeded to the throne, he called the people of the land Dardanians after his own name, and founded a city on the shore of the sea. He called it also Dardanus after himself. And this goes on toward the Trojan War. And then book 5, after the events, we have described one of the inhabitants of the island, certain, who has a son, as some say Zeus and Nymph, but according to others of Hermes and Ring. Gathered into one body, the peoples who were dwelling in scattered have habitations and established laws for them. And he was given the name after the island. But the multitude of the people, Samothracians, were living under a government of this kind. They say that they were born in the land to Zeus and Electra, who was one of the Atlantids, Dardanus, and Aeson and Harmonia. Of these children, Dardanus, who was a man who entertained great designs and was the first to make his way across Asia in a makeshift boat founded at the Alcestis city of Dardanus, organized a kingdom which lay about the city, which called Troy, and a later time, and called the peoples Dardanians after himself. They say also that he ruled over many nations throughout Asia, and the Dardanians dwelled beyond Thrace, and the colonists set forth by him. But Zeus desired that other of his two sons, but just to stick to Dardanus, but Cadmus. And, wow, it's already 22 minutes. I'm going to have to make a part 2 because I didn't even get to what I wanted to. But that was book 1 for the band, for the boom. And book 1 of 28. Now the Egyptians say that also after these events, a great number of colonies were spread from Egypt all over the inhabited world to Babylon. For instance, colonists were led by Belus, who was held to be the son of Poseidon in Libya. After establishing himself on the Euphrates River, he appointed free from every kind of service to the state, as are the priests of Egypt, the priests, physicians, and astrologers. They also, those who set forth with Danis from Egypt, settled what is practically the oldest city of Greece, Argos, and that the nation of the Khokhoi, Pontus, and that of the Jews, which lies on between Arabia and Syria, were founded as colonies by certain emirates of among these two peoples to circumcise their male children. Athenians and Spartans and the Maccabees. The custom having been brought over from Egypt. Even the Athenians, they say, are colonists. From Egypt. And they undertake to other proofs of such relationship. For the Athenians are the only Greeks who call their city Asti, a name brought over. Furthermore, the politic and the people, and we can read some more, but that's why I didn't even get to where I was going. But that was a few authors. And it brings me to Iberian writing, found in other parts of the continent. Southern Spain, and found in Massachusetts and elsewhere. To a page of Algonquin. And a half, a page and a half. Photographic evidence in cave. Interesting. And again in Libyan style, Syria and Lebanon style, Punic is in Spain. As far as writing, Picto style, and in Massachusetts and Iowa. And more of the similar, although this was found in Brazil. Phoenician script. Because if we're talking about Greece and Crete, it's cool to find remnants on skulls and graves. West Virginia going West Virginia. And to finish up, the Basque inscriptions in Spain. Over here. In Portugal were deciphered by using the syllabary of the Algonquin alphabet syllabary. I think that's interesting. Psalm 7:7. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more? Is his mercy clean, gone forever? Doth his promise fail forevermore? Hath God forgotten to be gracious? Hath in anger shut up his tender mercies?